I pointed out in one of my previous videos the low angle and point of view from Johnny's garbage bag as the first time we, the audience, are introduced to the character Miguel. Played by actor Zolo Mandarin. Here we meet the character Miguel, played by the actor Zolo Mandarin. Played by Zolo? Hey Google, who plays Miguel on Cobra Kai?
Miguel Diaz was played by Zolo Maradona.
Johnny proceeds to dump out his garbage while Miguel tells him that he, his mom, and grandma have just moved in. He also points out that Johnny is putting recyclables into the garbage. But at this point, Johnny has no interest in conversation and proceeds on his way. When Johnny and Miguel meet again later that evening at the convenience store, we, the audience, still don't know any more about Miguel than Johnny does. He just moved in the neighborhood, he recycles, and he's a bit of a dork. Now, when a man witnesses someone getting roughed up by a bunch of guys, it's not exactly an easy decision to intervene and decide to take on 5 guys at once.
1-to-1 problem, yes. 5-to-1 problem. Too much ask anyone.
Especially when you don't or barely know the person you're coming to rescue. But they messed with his car. Is that why Johnny stepped in? Maybe. Or maybe not. I'm Martin Faubert and welcome back to the Cobra Kai Guy. For our final look at the first episode of Cobra Kai, I want to examine the moment where Johnny decided to step in and help Miguel. A decision that ultimately leads to Miguel helping Johnny out of the proverbial dumps. Now, Johnny is a man who was raised by a bully. He was mentored by a bully sensei. So you could say that he's well versed in the nature of a bully. Some would say that Johnny himself at one point or another was a bully. And if that is so, why does he even care that Miguel is being picked on? Did Johnny step in just to save his own car? Well, once again, my hat's off to actor William Zabka. This man can convey so much with a single look in his eye. And I believe it's the looks in his eye, that subtle expression, that tells a lot more during this scene, and tells us a bit more about why he decided to step in and do what he did. These kids are dicks, no doubt about it, but that's hardly an excuse to jump kick one of them in the face. Clearly Johnny has had a rough day and is already at his wit's end, and being mistaken for a vagrant by the local panhandler adds a little more insult to his otherwise crappy day. But this is the moment. Miguel is getting roughed up by the same dickhead teens. Apparently Miguel unwittingly revealed to the store clerk the boys were not old enough to buy beer. Now while the kids hassle Miguel and even dump Pepto-Bismol on him, Johnny has not said or done anything. But when I look close at Johnny, I see a man that is bothered by what is happening. I think Johnny does want this to stop, but realistically does not know how to step in. He doesn't know how to be a hero or a good guy. Only once has anyone ever rescued him, and that was Mr. Miyagi from his own sensei. Before Johnny has to make a decision, the situation looks like it's about to end. Until Miguel utters an insult at the lead antagonist as he's walking away. Johnny has been bullied. Johnny has also been the bully. Any reasonable person watching the situation would agree that the kid is being an a-hole. He already dumped Pepto-Bismol all over him, you'd think that'd be enough. But nope. Johnny knows immediately that a bully can't let you get away with calling him that. And it is at this moment right here, Johnny knew he not had, but was going to do something. But what? He's never jumped to the rescue before. I'm sure he's been in many fights.
I think that little incident at Applebee's would have taught you to keep your hands to yourself.
But never a hero. But before Johnny can even think of a reason to get involved, one is presented to him.
You crying? Hey, where are you going, Reed? Oh! Hey! Watch your car, man.
The lead antagonist asks Johnny what he's going to do about it, and Johnny answers. And it all takes place right in front of what will be the next Cobra Kai Karate Dojo. Johnny eventually decides to take Miguel's advice and begin his journey as the sensei. When he approaches Miguel to make him his offer to be his sensei, he does so near the garbage dumpsters as Miguel is dropping a bag of recyclables into a blue bin. Once again, I have the highest respect for Zabka as an actor and his ability to communicate so much with just a single look, practically telling us an entire story with a subtle expression. And I believe the expression in this scene tells us that he's not happy with what's happening to Miguel, but he doesn't know how to step in. He's never been a hero before or the good guy. He's a badass. And there's a very, very fine line between badass and bully. But as soon as those kids got his car involved, well, that gave him the badass excuse to step up and kick some ass. It took me 3 videos to point out to you the tiny details that intrigued me in the first episode alone. If you haven't already, please check out those videos. I think I can put a link up to one of them up there, and I can do that. I'm being told we can do that. Please check out the other videos if you haven't already. And thank you again so much for joining me. It really does mean a lot. If you liked the video, click like below. Subscribe to the channel. Please comment. Let me know if you have any questions. And I'll see you next time on the Cobra Kai Guy.